Alrighty, the big story today is that Republican Governor Scott Walker will get to keep his job in Wisconsin after he won a heated recall election. President Obama's campaign said that the outcome was not what we hoped for. The likely GOP presidential nominee Mitt Romney tweeted that the results will echo beyond Wisconsin. Funny, you notice though that they kind of tiptoed around when the election hadn't happened just yet. But Dr. Jason Johnson, who is the chief political correspondent for Politic365, is joining us now with a view from all sides.
Yes.
Okay, so was it the money that came down to helping Walker keep his seat, or was it just the Democrats did not get their support out of the House?
The Democrats got their support out, but Governor Walker outspent everybody. He spent like $30 billion. He got a lot of money from outside of the state. So when you can just bombard the airwaves with money, you're probably going to end up winning the election. But I don't necessarily think this speaks for anything other than what's happening in Wisconsin.
Really? Because that was the way that this was sold, this election was sold as a possible preview of what could happen in November in terms of not only Wisconsin, would they be able to go Republican, which they haven't done since 1984, or would it also be something that would preview other battleground states? Why do you think that this is not?
It's completely different. Look, at just a couple months ago, we had Ohio Senate Bill 5. It was essentially the same issue, and it lost by a huge margin. When you ask people specifically about collective bargaining, most people say they want unions to have it. But this was about Scott Walker. And the catch here is that the Democrats made the same argument in Wisconsin that Romney is making nationally, and that argument never wins.
Okay, now the Democrats kind of derided him as rock star of the right. But now that he's been able to keep his seat, is he indeed a Republican rock star for his future?
Yeah, he's a Republican rock star. I mean, Mitt Romney should probably look at him as a vice presidential candidate.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. But here's the catch. You can't win an election by having people vote against the other guy. Nobody was voting for Tom Barrett. They were voting against Scott Walker. You can't win an election that way. That's what Mitt Romney's trying to do. He wants the election to be a referendum on Obama, not a choice between the two of them.
Did Tom Barrett kind of get mired by talking about jobs and other things instead of just staying with the message of Walker out?
Yeah, and he didn't really have a message. The message was, I lost 2 years ago, and now you should vote for me again. And you're not going to win that way. I mean, I really think a lot of people, a lot of Democrats and a lot of liberals were a lot more excited about this than they should have been. It wasn't clear that Scott Walker was ever going to lose. I was more shocked by Miami losing last night than Walker, winning again.
What an interesting perspective. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Doctor. All right, next time you...